It's a bustle of activity with equipments, lights and people arriving for tonight's programme. There's makeup for Jerry Doyle, who'll be singing the opening number. And meanwhile, scripts are being finished and put in order, and tonight's guests are being told when they'll be on. The programme content is organised and put together by the Ballyfermot Community Association, and a television subcommittee has particular responsibility. All the technical hardware is provided by the local relay company. They provide the technical operators too, but have no say in what goes into the programme. And a last-minute tune-up, it's almost time for air.
Some bar and have a couple of drinks. You changed my mind a lot of things. You know you're really teaching me how to sing.
So I have in the studio with me Fergus Slattery, well known, I'm sure, to all of you as the Irish international rugby star.
Tonight's topical and sporting interview will be followed by local news from the various street committees, and there's both tension and a healthy informality as the next speakers take their places and wait for their turns.
Each week,
Mary Farrell is the main coordinator of what goes into each programme.
Each fourth week, there will be an accumulated prize of £200.
And then it's time for a musical number, introduced by the programme's anchorman John Hammond.
The second entertainment of the evening, and it comes from Golden Dawn.
Do you want to know the reason why I sit here all alone? Do you want to know the reason why my love for you is gone? Do you want to know the reason? Does it make you wonder why? Or are you just content to still let me go by?
And of course,
You think Ballyfermot Television is adding to people's happiness, do you?
I certainly think it is. It certainly, I think it's a wonderful experience, a wonderful example of the sort of community spirit that Ballyfermot is and what can be done by willing people with very little resources, what can be achieved. And you know, there's a lesson there for us in many aspects of national life. You hear a lot of talk about recession and problems, when in fact we all know the problems today are much less acute than we were younger. People talk themselves into problems, but if there was that same spirit in tackling all our problems that there is in tackling and creating Ballyfermot Television and creating the community spirit that exists in Ballyfermot, I don't think we'd have any problems in this country, because we have a great little country.
Twas in the merry month of May, and from me home I started, left with the girls at June, all nearly broke and hearted, saluted father dear, kissed me darling mother, then down the pint of beer, tears and grief the smothered, and offered to reap at the corn and me, for I was born, put the stout black corn to banish ghosts and goblins and brand new pair of brogues, drop the lob of the bog and frighten all the dogs on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pump the hair and turn her down the rocky road, and all the ways to Dublin, whack for Ballinamore. And Gardick's night, their rested limbs so weary, rose so pale daylight, it's morning bright, and Limerick and took us up with the pure, beefy heart from shrink, and that's the paddy's cure, when there is up for drink. See the lassie smile, laughing all of the while, at me curious style, protect your hardly, and the sun asked me if I was hired, wages I required, I was almost hired, double the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pump the hair and turn her down.
Maxime's of Clare Street, a fresh, bright restaurant with a really tempting menu. Whether you want to linger over a savoury meal or need a fast service, our friendly and helpful staff will serve you well. Maxime's of Clare Street, near the Lincoln Gate of Trinity College. Reservations on 603-038.
In Stillorgan Shopping Centre, Kenneth Hodgins has opened a fine shop. Ceramics, copper, silverware, brass and excellent reproduction furniture. It's a store to come and browse in. Whether you're furnishing a new home or searching for a special item, Hodgins' expert and experienced staff will gladly help. Remember the name, Kenneth Hodgins at Stillorgan Shopping Centre.
Oh, it's fabulous food, Phil. I always come to Blackboard.
Why the Blackboard?
Really fast service, but good.
You know, I wouldn't mind a splash of wine myself.
No trouble, Phil. They've a really great wine list at the Blackboard. Or you can have a really good dinner if you've been padding around town all day.
You know, I don't much like the way the manager's been eyeing us. I hope we get out okay.
Hello and welcome to Channel D, Independent Television Dublin. I'm Dave Cunningham, the Advertising Director, and I'll be able to offer you the facility of local television for the first time in Ireland. Channel D offering first-class production and presentation, and offering television, the ultimate medium. Channel D is the first to broadcast breakfast television in Europe, and we exclusively offer late-night viewing in the Dublin metropolitan area. On your screen now, our official Dublin telephone number, 01 if you're outside the Dublin area, 305 167. Let your business become ours too, at Channel D, Independent Television Dublin.
Hello, I'm standing here at Venus surrounded by some of the most luxurious furniture in the world. And these suites are disappearing fast. This is my favourite suite. It's called the Tegas. And like all the suites at Venus, it's guaranteed Irish. And here's something that's really special. We call this suite the Ballinamore. It's rather long and slim with that extra touch of class. It's expertly covered with only the finest linen. And the bodywork has a superb finish. Oh, and by the way, when you buy a new suite at Venus, you can trade in your old one. Know what I mean?
In Malahide Village, there's a fabulous new shop with a marvellous selection of tapes and video cassettes, plus a range of home video systems. Choose your hi-fi setup with the expert help of experienced sales staff at Lawless Brothers. We've also got a great range of home organs in our upstairs showroom. Our service unit is also available on call. Phone us on Dublin 450-252. Or better still, call out to us in Malahide Village.
A demo videotape means a paperback-sized video cassette of your group or band. You can send them off then to television companies all over the world. A TV-sized audition, seen at your best.
And you're watching Boyneside Television on Channel D, and also listening to Boyneside Radio on 227 meters medium wave and VHF 98 and 99 megahertz. The time on the Boyneside is 1:16, and right now we join on in Iguire for local, national and international news.
And welcome to the afternoon news.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Sybil Fennell and you're watching a test transmission from NTV broadcasting on Channel 60 on the UHF band to the Greater Dublin area. It's 9 o'clock on Monday, December the 5th, 1983. The weather forecast for the Dublin area, well, it's going to be mainly dry with clear spells overnight. The winds are variable in direction, force 1 to 2, and that's light. Temperatures will fall from a current 5 degrees to freezing point overnight, giving ground frost sharp in places towards dawn. Tomorrow will be dry, cloudy and fairly cool. The winds slightly fresher than they have been today. And at 9 o'clock this evening we'll take a look at the main headlines of the day. In the High Court this evening in Dublin, a liquidator was appointed for the PMPS. That's the Private Motorist Provident Society, and the Building Society within the PMPA group. The appointment was made at the request of the Registrar of Friendly Societies. The liquidator, Mr. Bill Horgan of Arthur Anderson and Company, said his first duty was to secure the assets of the society. However, Mr. Peter Kelly, who made the application, has claimed that the PMPS is hopelessly insolvent. He says it has current debts of £15 million.
Show.
There we are.
Yeah. Not bad. No, it's very
absolutely.
Very,
yeah. Wasn't there great excitement in Cullen?
Wasn't there?
Absolutely.
Great.
William really captured it in great
show.
style.
I think we'll have to find 7 women in charge of every other.
I'd say without a doubt.
In charge of the country.
Yeah. And by the way, do you notice it's we have no lady here on the panel tonight, but of course in the new year we'll have many different ladies returning.
Absolutely.
To LTV2 Mill Street. But it's a busy time for everyone at this time.
It is.
Busy time for ladies at Christmas.
Absolutely.
Baking lovely cakes like this. Dr. Sean Radley did this, and we'll have to sample.
Well, there's a
Can't
very
wait.
special person close to the studio that baked that now, and is a terrific baker. And right behind us, of course, we have LTV2 in lights, and this to be very much in the spirit of the actual thing. And of course, seeing that it's that time of year, we'll have to pop open. We haven't the champagne, but instead we have the sweets. And it's easy to open these, isn't it? Yes, we're going to we're going to celebrate. So here we are. We'd offer it to all our viewers, but I don't think we have reached that level.
Not that level yet.
So there we are, Jerry. One for everyone in the audience.
Thank you very much, Sean.
And they're over to Brendan.
Thank you, Sean.
And William, well, we'll have William coming, and which one will we take? We shall take a Milky Way.
Very good. So I suppose we'll wish everyone a happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Wherever you are. Absolutely.
A peaceful Christmas and enjoy it, and a Happy New Year as well.
Yeah, and with God's help, we'll all be back in a very special way in
early January.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
2015 in early January. So I think it's ready to, we're going to, how are we going to see us out?
I'd say we'll go out the same way we came in, with tinsel on us.
With tinsel on us, right. And we'll are you ready for the trumpet?
Ready.
So here goes. 3, and oh, by the way, thanks to William. William has been on studio camera all night. So here we go. 3.
Trojan work.
Absolutely.
Happy Christmas, William.
3, 2, 1.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
a bhí aá agus thugam mar síntús aigen chud cuiidú lei sin ag an ná.
Well, sin rud bhí amsan gur meach tuairtúna go Norbert Payne agus gur me baint úsáid an túlas bhí am technical chun an dá tá chuirdóra chu le chéile. Bhí sé de chéiste ríre gur bhharmúid gobara, go raibre an technólaach. Agus go leor go bhuicha sin go Norbert Payne, mar bhí sé go bliana sin na me agus bhí cumas iontacha go ó hí nealtóireacht le. Chuoinach am chéad bhfuir chosmuid créile an chéad lá, agus cheamach a duine granach nó muid isteán, agus cheapan nach rasí a géanana. Agus chumas tí bhaicó ag bob sóshain granach, agus cín se am doras oscailtí mar isteachan. At an bhena mar isteach, bhí lá na gáraí go réine isteachan, agus idir 6 agus pintaí na lábhacha agus déach a gairí. Agus sé lu go fechan sósa ar a muscín beg se bhí hosa gáneal, bhechan ar a Telifis Na Gaeltachta, agus níar a duine be hí ag granach.
Well a dhéirí agus tá fáiltrú bisteach go dtí Telifis Na Gaeltachta.
TV. You can catch RLO TV right here at the Stillhouse.
You can catch RLO TV right here in McGregor's.
You can catch RLO TV at the Huddlers.
You can watch RLO TV in Bradshaw's Castle Connell.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, as I said, there are a number of fronts on which we could move and would move. I wouldn't like at this stage, as it were, to indicate one rather than another, but there is no doubt in our minds that the situation is such that immediate action has to be taken. It's really got almost to the point of absurdity, where this illegal television operation is actually offering franchises for breakfast television and for afternoon television.
All right. Can I take up the mood of the unions with Stephen Cass? How do you remember, Stephen?
The unions are extremely angry over this latest product development.
What can they do about it?
Well, we have very little confidence in the minister's ability to operate in this area, as proved by his past record in relation to radio. So the unions will be taking every legal step that's open to that to cut off the supply of programs and various other steps that we can take.
Can I put it to you, Mr. Cass, that in fact your members, some of them are refusing at this moment to use electronic equipment, electric cameras, which other stations are, and which Radio Nova, if it goes on air, is going to use. Why are we held up like this?
Well, we have difficulties because of a very complex negotiations that have been going on in relation to these cameras. Some areas have been using these cameras for many years, the areas of drama and various types of production. We have some difficulties in relation to their use in news and their use in making advertisements. But I expect those problems to be resolved fairly sharply.
Your music and your friends on